Hi everyone, my name is Wayne Pollock. I am an attorney who helps other attorneys engage the audiences that are vital to their firm's success, including their clients, their referral sources, their employees, and the media. In this video, how content marketing and thought leadership marketing materials can actually help you on the business development side of your practice. Now, before we get any further in this video, let's just agree what we're talking about when I talk about marketing and business development in this video. Marketing, in my view, is about creating awareness amongst target consumers, target clients of a lawyer's practice, of a lawyer's presence, of a lawyer's existence, and of their knowledge about issues that arise in their practice area. Business development, on the other hand, is more akin to sales. You are, as a lawyer or any other business professional, attempting to convert people from merely being aware of you and perhaps interested in you and your services, converting them to clients. You want them to see that you are a trusted individual and that they should trust you for their legal needs. So again, marketing is more of a one-to-many, one person, one entity outreaching to many people at once to get their message across and increase awareness, versus business development and the one-to-one or one-to-few, where you are attempting to talk very specifically with a select group of people and take them from merely being aware of you to being clients. When we talk about content marketing and thought leadership marketing materials and the materials that are created, such as blog posts, bylined articles, client alerts, and the like, we typically are thinking about using those pieces of content to generate awareness of ourselves as lawyers and of firms. Obviously, we would create these materials, we would publish them in maybe our firm's email newsletter or an email blast. We would put them out on social media, we put them on our firm's website. We would perhaps try to get them published in a third-party publication, like an industry trade publication or a legal industry trade publication, all for the benefit of the would-be consumer out there, all for the purpose of trying to get people out there, people, decision makers, organizations, to realize that we have a particular legal practice, that we're knowledgeable about what we do, and they should keep us in mind when they are in the market for a lawyer who practices in the same area that we practice. But a lot of that content can be used on the business development side of things, and I would argue that attorneys should be thinking about creating content for exclusively the business development side. That content might be helpful on the marketing side, but it's created really with an eye toward the business development side. So let's use an example. If you're a lawyer who represents tech companies, then your general marketing is probably going to be focused on writing blog posts and bylined articles and client alerts about legal developments that tech companies should know. So maybe it's a court decision, maybe it's some administrative agency action, maybe it's some recent Department of Justice guidance or prosecution. You are attempting to show that you are knowledgeable about your area of law and that people should, would-be clients should know about you and should know that you practice this area and are knowledgeable about what goes on in it. But when you think about meeting with people who are interested in hiring you, well, that kind of content probably isn't going to be as effective as it is as a marketing piece of content. Because when you actually have people in front of you and they're talking to you about your expertise and your knowledge and your experience working on particular types of cases and legal disputes, they want to see more evidence that you know what you're talking about in specific situations. And that's why you, as a lawyer and as a marketer and a business developer, should be thinking about content that is focused on more specific instances, specific situations that clients might be facing, because that content from a marketing sense can still help you create awareness of yourself and your practice and your knowledge. But on a business development side, it can be extremely impactful in convincing would-be clients that you are the person, you are the law firm to choose when they are considering maybe 2 or 3 different firms. So for example, again, going back to the tech lawyer who actually is writing more detailed and more specific content regarding situations clients are likely to find themselves in. So not just about court cases or administrative agency actions generally, but you are writing about, or that lawyer is writing about, what a tech company should do when it's under investigation by the SEC, or what happens when there is a security breach or data breach, or what happens if there is some kind of IP theft, or what happens if you've got a rebel shareholder that's causing some issues with your board of directors and is engaging in a proxy fight. Well, suddenly, again, you are not just talking in generalities, you're talking about specific instances that would-be clients might actually be facing. And imagine how impactful it is to be able to talk to a would-be client and say to them, as a matter of fact, we actually wrote a 3-part blog series about this very issue, and here are the links, or attached, please find PDFs of the blog post. It suddenly transforms you from someone who just generally does this area of law and might know about the situation based on the area of law you practiced, to someone who must know what to do because they've written about it. And how can they not be our choice to go with when we're looking at a particular lawyer or law firm to engage with our problem, because they've covered it already. We know their thinking, we know their stance, and it seems like through their content that they're knowledgeable enough to help us get over the hump. That puts you in a very advantageous position compared to your competitors who can only talk about what they might do and can only point to articles that are not specific to the client's situation. Now, I've talked about this in the business to business sense, in the kind of context where lawyers are serving other businesses, but in the direct-to-consumer context, this makes sense as well and could be impactful as well, even though the marketing and business development practices of a direct-to-consumer law firm like criminal law or family law or estate planning is going to be different than a business-to-business law firm. Still, you can imagine that being able to write content that is focused specifically on what kinds of things would-be clients are going through, that's going to be more impactful than simply talking to them about the state of the law in your area regarding car accidents or insurance, bad faith claims, or dog bites, what have you. Content marketing and thought leadership marketing certainly has a role in marketing. Obviously, the word marketing is attached to content and thought leadership. But attorneys who want to get ahead and separate themselves when it comes to building their book of business should be thinking about content as a business development tool. And to give you some I should say to give you some extra insight here, you can start thinking about the kind of situations that your clients or would-be clients are likely to face and use those situations as inspiration for upcoming blog posts, client alerts, byline articles, and the like. Again, you are figuring out where clients might be when they need you, what kinds of legal disputes are they facing, what issues are they facing, and you can write about that with an eye toward the business development side of your efforts, even though those pieces would still have general marketing value. If you'd like to know how to better use content within your and your law firm's business development efforts, please email me at wayne@lawfirm@charlesservice.com. Let's talk about topic selection and how to write engaging content. Until next time, talk to you soon.